Welcome back to another video. It's Shoddy Trades, and in today's video I'm going to be going over another model with Goldbach and CLS and how to use it and how to look for it. So to begin, I'm going to go off by saying with CLS I started at 2 a.m. The cycle starts at 2 a.m. and so on until 9:30 a.m. New York time, and each cycle you can use as a day, in terms of the weekly profile. And if you don't know what weekly profiles are, I recommend you looking that up. I'll send a link in the description to look at the graph for it. But if you know what the weekly profiles are, you can anticipate that one of those happening with CLS. And for me personally, I strictly look for that Tuesday high or low to be made, and then an entry. And what I mean by that is between 3:30 and 5 o'clock a.m. I'm looking for a high or low to be made for that CLS cycle, which the whole thing ends at 9:30. And if we have a high or low created within that Tuesday or Wednesday cycle, then I want to enter short. And if a low is created, I want to enter a long. And how I anticipate it is I strictly just wait until I see price reach up or below into a breaker level. Like in this case, we had a stop run right outside the breaker level while we're in that Tuesday cycle. Come back in and reclaim that breaker level and wick into the level above, and then we don't come back above it for the rest of that day. Now I'm not gonna say a Tuesday lower high for CLS will hold the whole day, but more times than not, it will hold for most of the remaining cycles. And this was a perfect example of a Tuesday high being made, reclaim model showing entry, and then just short targeting wherever. And this happens every single day on any, if it's not happening on the pair that you're looking at, it's happening on a pair somewhere else. And I can show you again right here. This was on Wednesday for GU. See how that Tuesday cycle made that low, right? And the blue lines are the breaker areas. You see how we wicked to that breaker area right here and held it, never came back to it. And you can clearly see the market maker model forming. If you can't see that visually, then you're not ready to trade yet. But this is a Tuesday low, and then you wait for that reclaim. And if you want a higher probability, you just wait for a CSD. Wait for price to close above this candle right here, right? This bearish engulfing candle that took out this low right here. And then since this is a larger candle, you mark out the 50% of that candle. All right, and I like to mark that out if it's a larger candle like that. And then after we close above the candle, I'm waiting for price to come back down to that level and hold. And you see how price, after we close above right here, we come back down and hold every time. And that's Tuesday low within that breaker area. So that's an easy long right there. And then just target wherever. All right, you see what I mean though? Right here, same thing. Monday cycle from 2 to 3:30 had consolidation. Tuesday it reached higher into that breaker area, taking out London's manipulation cycle for our Goldbach timings. But it's Tuesday high of week into that breaker area, and it continues short. All right, it's that simple. That's what you want to look for. That if it's not happening on the chart you're looking at, then chances are it's happening somewhere else. All right. Let's see about this day. What the fuck is going on? All right. So with this day, you see how Tuesday did not create the high at first, right? And we're not in any of the breaker areas. We're not in the breaker area, so that's why it didn't hold. Because if you see on Wednesday and Thursday, when price is retracing back higher, on Thursday, that Thursday cycle, it wicks into the breaker area and then reverses. And that's why I say I like to wait for that breaker area to be tapped and then a confirmation from that. If the breaker area is not tapped, then I'm not looking. I want that to be tapped. And then if it is tapped, you can, like I said, you could just wait for a lower time frame CSD if we're in the our proper time, like our proper timing. And in this case, it was this right here, and you enter short from here. That's simple. And you see it just sells off after that. So I'll just keep giving. I'm just gonna keep showing more examples, and so hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about here. Let's see if if there's anything on EU. I don't think EU was that clean in terms of CLS. Well, on last Friday, you could see how in our manipulation cycle, our fractal M cycle inside of our main M cycle, you could see how price made that low inside it tapped into the breaker area and then continued higher, and it never came back down to that area. It never came back down to that low. And like I said in previous videos, I'm looking for our London session to create the low before I do for CLS. If there's no clean low in our London M cycle, then that's when I look for our Tuesday low for CLS. In this case, I wasn't on early enough because I was waiting until Tuesday to even look at charts. But for EU anyways, we created the low earlier between 115 and 242 into that breaker area, and then our main M cycle runs from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. And then the boxes, if you guys are confused, the boxes are just the fib times. Like I have the boxes aligned up with the fib times thanks to Fish, and then the dashed lines are the CLS cycles. But you see here we created that low in that breaker area, so that's what I want to see, be it CLS or just Goldbach. Right here, we had a reversal from that breaker area again, higher, and then we sell off. But I don't hold that long, so I would have been closed that. Right here, let's see. Here we have a Wednesday low. It's not really in the breaker area, but it is showing the reclaim model, so you could have entered along from here. And if you don't know what the reclaim model is, I highly recommend watching the previous video. But that's generally what you want to see in terms of Goldbach and CLS with this model. See, the breaker area wasn't tapped here, but we have a Tuesday high of week, and breaker area was held and respected up here for early London session. Reclaim model showing right here along that, but right here, another example, we have that Tuesday high, and we have a lot of reclaims within that breaker area, and then eventually it sells off. But any of these entries, especially in Tuesday high within that breaker area, that's what I'm looking for. It's that simple. And you can back test this if you want. I just showed you guys on EU and GU. We'll go to UCAD, and then this will be the last asset I show for this video. Let's see what we have here. See, nothing on Friday. So we had a Monday, right as we're switching into our Tuesday cycle, we have that high made in that breaker area. You could wait for price to come back, or you could just enter whatever model you see after that, because we're in the breaker area and you can expect that high to hold. So it does there. Here we have Monday low, but we do have that reclaim model forming, so you could enter from there. And this is at the low of that certain Goldbach range. So like I said, breaker or low and high of the ranges cause reversals. Here, Monday cycle, Tuesday took it into that breaker area. Enter. It's that simple. I just like to wait for price to enter the breaker area on that Tuesday cycle. You could either wait for confirmation, or you can just strictly enter once you see we have rejections within that breaker area. Because like you see in this case, we did not get another entry unless you wait down here. But that breaker area is known for reversals. It's that simple. Right here, did not get tapped into the breaker area, but we have that Tuesday low. So and then you can obviously enter any of these low rejections from our Goldbach level, because these darker lines are low and high, and then our blue lines are a breaker. And then we start rejecting the low and then go higher. But that Tuesday low held, CSD entry right here. We have a CSD once price closes above this, and then that's simple. So if you don't understand CSD still, I'll draw it out. We have this candle, and then pretty much you just use, in this case, all three of these candles as your order block, CSD. Unless you go to a higher time frame, then you can use it, mark it as 1. But then you see once we close above this candle right here, price comes back down into that order block and holds. So any of those are your entries right there, especially that Tuesday low. It's higher probability. All right. Let's see if we have anything else here. We do right here. So you see, you have nothing on Tuesday or Monday, but as Wednesday cycle comes, that breaker area gets tapped, respects it, and then there is news apparently that day and sells off. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for, within any cycle, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're looking for a breaker area to get tapped into and rejected from. And then for higher probability, you can wait for a CSD confirmation to enter, or like I said, you can just strictly enter once you see a breaker area rejected from within our Tuesday cycle strictly. Like that, this model mainly is for Tuesday cycle, but if you don't see it forming on Tuesday on any asset, then you can wait until Wednesday. But generally on some assets in the market somewhere, a Tuesday low or high for our CLS cycle is forming in our breaker area, and then you just enter from there. So I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and during this upcoming week, we'll have a lot more live trading. Thank you. Please like and subscribe for more. Shadi out.